This is not news to the people and my subscribers. I tell black men all the time, you will not win if you are trying to talk mess in a black woman's comment spaces. You won't win. What set her off, he commented,
"So why do you think they are the least married?"
under one of her videos. How the hell you think that's gonna go? So she responded to that comment, and she decided to go on this diatribe about black men and black women. When she sees this video, I want her to understand that if you see any guys over there, they're not from my channel, because I discourage that. I don't want men to be commenting under black women's comments, videos, because all it is going to start is a bunch of insults, and this, it is what it is. Y'all know how this shit go. Fair use, fair use.
That you asked this question in good faith. I think you asked this question to be a jackass, to try.
So you see, so why do you think they are the least married in regards, they were talking about black women. Okay, and as you guys can see, man, this is an attractive young woman. She has natural hair. I'm pretty sure this will be a young woman that a lot of you guys in the chat will be attracted to. But one thing that you guys have taught me in doing the Pop the Balloon reviews, y'all was like, hold on, media man, let's see what she got to say first. Who was in the chat that says that? Because we'll see a young lady that come up on the Pop the Balloon, and the first thing I say, oh, okay, she in shape, she attractive, and in the comments, the guys are like, hold on, media man, let's just wait and see what she talk about. And then next thing you know, everything goes bad. Even the chat will see a woman and they're like, oh man, she's attractive, and then as soon as she get to talking, everybody's like, nope. It's so funny. The tide changes, the tide shifts immediately when they start talking that foolery. So this is what happens with this young woman. You see her and you're like, oh, okay. And mind you, she has about over 100,000 subscribers. So she has a huge fan base. So whatever she's saying, it must be something that's engaging to women. All right. So yeah, but once, these women start talking, then I wouldn't be able to, say, hey, this is a, woman that you guys should get with, because it's all bad. The conditioning is all, it's effed up. So, so here we go. Fair use, fair use.
To make it seem like it's black women's fault that we are the least likely demographic of women to get married in the United States. But you know what? We're just going to use this as another opportunity to have a teachable moment.
See, it's a teachable moment. Let's see if she teach.
Let's talk. Now, if you think that the reason that black women are the least likely demographic of women to be married, that it's somehow our fault, that has something to do with us, baby, you are sadly mistaken. Let's just go.
So before that, so if it's not black women responsible for them not being married, then whose fault is it? What y'all think? If I had to do a multiple choice, white men, aliens, basketball players, or black men?
Go ahead and start there. The reason that black women are the least likely demographic of women to be married is quite obvious. There's several reasons, and they are all quite obvious. First and foremost is the fact that we outnumber our male counterparts, okay? Last time I checked, it's been some years, so please don't quote me directly on this, but I think it was like 88 men to 100 women. For every 100 women, there is only 88 men, which already means statistically, not all of us are going to get married based on those numbers. It's just not going to happen.
Okay, so let's stop right there. Okay, that's the first one. Now, remember I told you guys that when black women start talking about their dating pool, they never remove any of the black women in the equation. So let's say, like she said, she's under the impression that there's 88 black men to 100 black women. She's under the impression that 100 black women are suitable for marriage, just off the bat. Shout out to 4Extra.
Off the bat, I'll be on one.
Yeah, so she's like, all these black men, they have some issues with them. She's going to go down the list. So she's saying from that 88, it's going to get dwindled down to a smaller percentage of black men because a lot of black men don't qualify. But for those 100% or 100 black women, all of them are qualified. So that's why when you hear women talk like this, and yeah, the pool, the pool got pee in it, because they don't remove any of their women. They keep everybody in. all the women are viable candidates for marriage. So you see how that works? Yeah. So, but let's go ahead and tackle that first one. All right. This is the actual, the key facts population. This was released January 23rd, 2025. It's 23.2 million black men, translates to 48.2%, and then 25 million black women, 51.8%. Okay, so there is an overage of black women. There are more black women than black men. However, so let's start here. Women of every race outnumber their male counterparts. So that's the first thing. Total black population, you guys can see here. So there are about 108 black women for every 100 black men in the total black population. And then I'm pretty sure somebody would have brought this up. Why are you including toddlers and shit? Well, here we go. Never married adults, 18 and older. There's 8.1 million black men who have never been married. And then there's 8.6 million black women who have never been married. And that translates to 106 black women for every black man. So it's not an excuse. And I want to make sure that people understand that when you hear the narrative that there's more black women or whatever, no, it doesn't hold up, because there's really 6%, 6 black women, difference. So if you see 100 black men, there's 106 black women. Okay. And then that's not to, include who's to say that all those black women qualify. You see what I'm saying? You understand? So that's why we have to have these conversations to shift, to sift out this foolery, because that's one of the main talking points that I hear a lot of black women say, not just her. I've heard that multiple times. It's not enough black men to go around, and then of course some other things are going to, come up. But yeah, so that's the first thing.